Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Time of Possession, the podcast that is celebrating, once again, a 3-0 week. Ryan Jones, Tyler Van Dyke, on the call here. Nobody else is here. It's just us two. We
Yeah, kind
are,
of weird tonight.
we're just, the two of us are celebrating. Um, we're going to talk tonight a lot of NFL. So Broncos, Packers, Rams, Lions. Nothing else of importance happened today at all. No other big games. No teams eliminated. No big
Nothing.
wins for. There was only one team in LA with a big win today. I don't even know what happened in the. I mean, I don't think anything else was super important. I don't know what you want to lead the show with,
A
Tyler.
star quarterback didn't get hurt or anything for,
No,
can't play next year. None of that. No.
Yeah. So,
Do you want to go first? This is weird.
I'm just waiting for something to
Okay,
happen.
okay.
There we go.
You're trying to goad me into responding by saying only one
You just
LA
keep saying
team.
it.
Okay, you're a cock tease, first of all. Second, vindication. One-armed Justin Herbert outplayed Patrick Mahomes for the second time this season and eliminated them from the playoffs.
Very accurate Justin Herbert jersey. It's all scarred up from when the amount of times he gets sacked in the game and everything.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm okay. First, I don't know what happened
Hey,
in
at
like
Kansas City,
the
bro.
dryer. Like it just, I don't know. But I asked for the new navy one this Christmas, so hopefully I get it. Because the new ones are sick. Yeah, I won't lie to you guys and tell you I was nervous this entire game. Like, I won't lie to you. I was close to throwing up in the fourth quarter. I was like, I'm not feeling great.
Understandable.
I'm telling my Rams buddy, I'm like leaning against like the car. I'm like, dude, I can't do this right now. Like, there's 5 minutes left. The Chiefs have the ball back. And just down 13-3. I was like, of course, dude. Like 10 a.m. slate. Here we go. We can't win the 10 a.m. slate games on on out of the West Coast and whatnot. Like, it's just a thing with us this year. The injuries and whatnot, and freaking apparently big man interception by Justin Herbert. He's done that, like, I think at least twice this season because he threw one against the Giants back in week 4. But yeah, 13-3, but then just getting the touchdown at the end of the half really,
yeah.
And also holding KC when they got that interception to a field goal, I felt was like, okay, it could be worse, because honestly, it felt like it should have been 17-3. And then we get the ball back. Going 13-13, I thought, from where I saw where we kicked it, I was like, damn, going all the way down there and not scoring a touchdown feels like a little bit of a loss, but hey, we got points out of it at least. 13 unanswered points, and the defense really just only allowing that opening drive touchdown to begin the game.
The defense locked in.
Yeah, after the first drive, I was like, oh, we're actually stopping them. Okay. I mean, I know the Chiefs haven't played to their potential this year, but like, for me, my experience, it's still the freaking Chiefs. Like
Me too.
It just felt like
At the end of the day, it still is. Yeah.
It just felt like some BS was going to happen, that I was just going to be like, of course they found a way to win and their season is still alive somehow, and now we have to be careful because we have 3 tough games left. But no, Justin with one arm, he threw for over 200 yards, which I'm just kind of like, okay, that's way better than last week, considering he got sacked 7 times. This game, he got sacked, I don't know how many, but I know Mahomes got sacked quite a bit. Like 2 sacks each for Thule and Owe. Let me see. So Herbert got sacked 4 times, so definitely less than last week. But, Mahomes, I'm surprised how many times we got to him, too. We sacked him 5 times. Mac got 1, and Thule and Owe got 2 each. So it's like,
yeah. Mahomes was getting the Justin Herbert experience for the most part with his offensive line.
Yeah, I know a lot.
Obviously,
of them
they had a lot of
injured.
injuries. They have 3 starting injured offensive linemen, which is why coming into this, I was like, they just have to get pressure on him, and there's a chance. Um, and I had said one thing I feel like I have said. I don't know if I said it on the pod or not, but the fact that Mahomes was running as much as he was, and he was this team's leading rusher, was not a good sign.
Yeah.
And
He's done
that's
that
what
a few
happened in
times
this.
this year.
That's what happened in this game. He constantly had to move around, and then obviously, kind of we talked about it, jokingly in the beginning, but it leads to the torn ACL.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the rehab is for him or whatever. The season is the season's 9 months from now. The start of the season is 9 months. So there is a chance he could be ready for the opener.
Slight chance, yeah.
He is he's a superhuman, obviously. So we'll see. And he's never had an injury like this.
Honestly, he's never had a big injury like this though. So this is the first time we're gonna see how he can rehab.
Every great player has at least one major injury. Tom Brady had one when he was with the Patriots.
Yeah, he'll.
Yeah,
Matt Castle made the playoffs in that season.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I don't know what their plan is at QB, if they're just going to run back Gardner Minshew, or if they maybe try to get somebody for a 1-year deal. Like, the AFC West will be up for grabs again next year between, in my opinion, the Broncos and the Chargers, unless, depending on what the Chiefs do, if they just decide to have this be like a reset year, if you could say, let Patrick get healthy, and then I wouldn't say tank, but like they can be in a good position for the next 2 drafts to rebuild, which doesn't sound great, but that gives us Ryan and I's teams a chance to kind of build ourselves up and say, if you want the division back, you have to take it back now. I mean, doesn't help that.
I think that if they are going to go that route or whatever, I think that you have to bring in somebody that can actually, that is actually productive. Like I'm looking right now at the 2026 list of NFL free agents, and I go down the list, and like the only realistic, I don't think they're bringing in Daniel Jones or Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think those are options, but like Marcus Mariota, potentially. You and I, Jared, before Tyler got on the call when we were just talking about fantasy football, Jacoby Brissett has been very productive this year.
Really good.
And you can see, if Arizona ends up, kind of moving on from Kyler, drafting a quarterback, whatever the case may be, you could see Jacoby Brissett move to another team or something, and maybe that's an option. So that's kind of like those are the 2 that initially come to my mind. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what the Chiefs do this offseason. Like, I feel like Kelsey's probably done. But then again, maybe not, because like I feel if you are him, like, do you really want your final year in the NFL, you kind of costing your team a couple of wins with balls that have been off your hands and intercepted by the teams, that Jacksonville game, that Texans game, where he kind of, like, I know on the stat book they're picks by Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
But like, let's be real here, like they're just drop passes by Kelsey. I feel like you'd want one kind of final hurrah with your guy, But yeah, man, I mean, go back to the Chargers side of it. I mean, just the depth that this team always seems to have. Like, who the hell is Keandre Lambert or whatever his name is?
4th round or 5th
Smith.
round, something like that.
Yeah.
He hadn't done anything this season.
Got a touchdown.
Like, once I saw his name pop up, I was like, oh my god, he finally got...
I was shocked.
I was like, finally, he did something. I mean, I thought he'd be more of a factor next year.
It was nice to see the last couple of games, Trey Harris getting involved.
Oh, yeah.
More.
I mean, with QJ out, like, one of those 2 kind of had to step up. And, hey, that was Lambert's 2nd catch of the season, and it was a touchdown.
Crazy.
But, yeah. Gadsden and Harris were the leading
Cowboys
receivers.
Lost.
Yep, as of now, the Cowboys just lost. So I can't wait to hear it from my boss tomorrow, because he assured me, he told me the Cowboys were going to win. But now, I'll get into the Cowboys.
Well, they're officially eliminated from playoff contention along with the Chiefs.
No way.
So both of
Are they?
America's teams are gone, man. I mean, who's
Damn,
people
there
gonna
goes
root for?
teams.
That's why I want to.
You're gonna root for the Broncos, the
that-
Chargers.
That's what I'm gonna go with next, because just my team being the team to actually. I mean, I know the Bills beating the Patriots helped too. Like that was a scenario, but like just being the team after I've seen for years, whether it was under Anthony Lynn, Brandon Staley, and now Jim Harbaugh, we were right frickin' there, and they just barely escape. Like, they'd somehow find a way to win that game off some BS, like Travis Kelce, like 50-yard touchdown catch, because he's just, like, wide open for no reason, or a doink off the post into the frickin' through all the bullshit. It just felt so relieving, a breath of fresh air. Just like finally like getting that revenge, sweeping them too, which is even sweeter, but then also just knowing they're not going to be in the playoffs because of like you made sure you put the final nail in the coffin so they don't have a chance to kind of go on the run the Bengals did at the end of the season. Just end it right there, get it over with. Now you can focus on either keeping the top wildcard spot or keep running down the Broncos, which we will have that Week 18 matchup soon. But at this point, with how Denver's winning, I don't think it's just not going to happen. So at this point, you need to keep the top wildcard spot so you can play the winner of the AFC North. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't want to play the winner of the AFC South, whether it's the Texans or the Jaguars.
Fair.
Yeah,
two deadly teams. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if I want to play the winner of the AFC East as well. Like, I don't want to play the Bills first round. Because you know what I did?
No.
Right after we won,
No.
I texted my Bills buddy. I said, we got rid of the boogeyman. Go win the Super Bowl. The boogeyman is gone.
Yeah. And that's what we talked about last week, right? The Bills.
So now, for sure, there is no excuse.
Now it really is their chance. Yeah.
I mean, Papa Josh Allen had to be Superman today, coming back from down 21, but
that was crazy.
Got the win.
What a game.
The East is still in play, but I looked at their final schedules.
It's very difficult for them to chase down the Pats. It's going to be really hard.
Because the Pats just got the Ravens, but then after that, it's Jets and Dolphins to end the season. And then with the Bills, they've got... I know they have the Eagles, but that's week 17. I forget who they have next. But I know they have the Jets last, I believe. I can see right now who they're facing next week. The Bills face
I'm looking at the
Browns.
Chargers.
The Bills face the Browns next week.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, they should win, but like obviously Myles Garrett can win the game, right?
Yeah.
He's a couple sacks away from the record at this point.
I think he's a sack and a half.
Chargers remaining schedule though. Yeah, he should. I mean, he's going to get it. I think he might be able to shatter it. With 3 games left to go, Chargers remaining schedule. They got to go to Dallas, and then back-to-back Texas teams essentially. Dallas, Houston, and then Week 18 against the Broncos. Depending on how the next couple of weeks go, the Chargers could be in a position where they would want to. Yeah, well, it depends on if Denver has clinched the 1 seed, if Denver wants to go for that or not.
Sure.
And get the first round bye. It would be obviously very nice to have the postseason go through Denver, and we'll talk about the Broncos soon, I'm sure. But you could be in a scenario down where the Chargers are kind of locked into like the 5, the 6, or the 7, or whatever the case may be, right? And they can just sit people against the Broncos.
I would love
where
that.
They don't need to like play for seed. And honestly, with like your guys' the way the Chargers are always injured, it's probably best for you guys anyways. If we get to that point, obviously,
like I would start Trey Lance if there's nothing to play for. Start Trey Lance. I don't care. Let Justin's hand heal up for another week. I mean, if he wants to play, have him play for maybe a few reps, and then like that's it. Take him out of the game, because the last time we did that, where it was like we had nothing to play for really. I mean, we had the Raiders last week, but nobody got injured. But like against the Broncos a couple years ago, we lost Mike Williams because Brandon Staley kept him in. So
as of now, I'm looking at the AFC playoff picture. As of now, the Chargers are locked into the 5 seed. They have the tiebreaker over Buffalo. So
Crazy.
It
Well,
is
crazy about that. But
they would play Pittsburgh in round 1, which would be the ideal scenario if you ask me.
I mean, I wouldn't like having to go
Houston
all the
won.
way to the East Coast, and it's going to be cold. But hey, we got to go to Denver and KC every year, so we got some cold weather we got to deal with.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. The only warm weather team that you see, if you drop to the 6 and Jacksonville wins that division, you have to go to Jacksonville. And
I don't want to go back.
Exactly. So
yeah, there's no.
It's either you play in cold
alternative.
weather.
I'm getting Nom flashbacks, bro. I can't go back there.
Yeah. But then again, Houston might be able to chase Jacksonville down.
They
but
don't
Houston
play him
right
again,
now
though.
owns the 7-seed wild card.
Houston doesn't play him anymore.
Yeah, I know, but the Jags and Denver play next week. So if Denver beats the Jags, then Houston could jump them, I guess, technically.
I mean, they do play the Colts again.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Rivers. Who knows? Phil. It'll be in Indy.
We could talk about it, but
in Indy,
bro. He barely got to 100 yards.
I don't care. It's bad.
Yeah, he barely got to 100 yards, bro. Like that was, it was not great.
All right, as we
he doesn't have zip on the ball anymore.
That.
But
yeah, very flat.
All right, so as we segue into the next big game out of the three of us, how fitting is it, Ryan, that the two teams Nick Wright predicted to miss the playoffs are the teams that are going to make the playoffs?
I'm looking forward to seeing the coffin on First Things First.
Oh, I'm there with the shovel. Danny better be there with the shovel. I swear to God.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I think the weird thing about the Chargers, though, last thing I'll say, is that just like it feels like when you watch them that they just like don't do anything really well. And like they just find a way to grind out these games and just like kind of lean on you on in the interior and on the line, and just kind of I don't really know, man. Like they just have a way. I mean, that's kind of just how all the hardball coach teams are, though. They're always physical.
They're gritty.
They always they play really hard, and
against divisional opponents in his 2 years here, only 2 losses, and they were both to the Chiefs last year. So he is now, I believe, 9-2. Because 4-2 last year, 5-0 this year. We'll obviously have one more divisional game to play, so we'll see.
Yeah, and we'll see if that game even matters or not.
Yeah.
Once we get there, but yeah, man. Crazy outcome, and look, the Chargers beat a team who is, the Chiefs are now 6-8. No more 6-7 memes or whatever you want to say. It's over, man. At least for now. At least
have a
until
losing season, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, those aren't jingle
at least
bells.
Until Mahomes comes back.
Those aren't jingle bells you are hearing. Those are funeral bells.
Dude.
Crazy. With the Christmas tree in the background.
Crazy. No, I love that. I saw someone. All right. Are anything else that we want to? I mean, Jared, you got anything else on this game?
I feel like I'm gonna forget too when we're done. I just, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm looking forward to First Things First tomorrow, like you are. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope the coffin is there.
It's gonna be generational. It might be their highest viewed show ever.
I hope
I'm not even
so.
kidding. Like, their highest viewed show like ever.
I'll probably tune in just cause.
It's the best. It's the best sports show on television. Not even close.
No,
so Nick Wright thought you guys were gonna finish last.
He thought crazy. Broncos were gonna finish last, the Chargers were gonna finish third, and he thought the Chiefs and Raiders were gonna make the playoffs.
Do the Raiders
exist?
Hello?
Exactly.
The Raiders were gonna make the wild card.
Because he thought Pete Carroll was immediately gonna fix everything. He thought Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, that was it.
Loves
Geno. Insane, bro. That's crazy.
Just like Chris Broussard said, yeah, Geno is good. Y'all think he's great though. He's not.
He's not.
Geno might not even be good anymore, to be honest with you.
No,
he might not be on a team next year.
I'm starting to write back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Broncos. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was probably the best game of Patrick Mahomes' life. Not Patrick Mahomes,
Oh,
Bo
I'm about to
Nix.
say,
Excuse me.
what?
See,
We're
I'm getting him
still.
mixed up because I'm getting him.
You're
I'm
like
getting him mixed up because he's playing a little Mahomesian, you know.
you're like Chris Collinsworth
I'm just saying.
comparing other QBs to Mahomes when Mahomes isn't in the game. Like, you see, that was almost
This guy
Mahomesy
just
like.
did that on purpose, bro. Bro, he said that about Herbert. I was like, no, he did not just say, oh, he's playing like Mahomes. Crazy.
I wonder if on tonight's broadcast of
It was
Vikings
mentioned.
Cowboys, Chris Collinsworth brought up Patrick Mahomes' torn ACL and was
Oh,
just like,
probably.
I
I'm
gotta give a
devastated.
big shout out to my guy, Patrick Mahomes, man. He's gonna have the greatest rehab of all time. I love him. Like, I just feel like he would do that, you know? But yeah, man, Bo Nix, that was the best game of Bo Nix's life.
He balled the heck out.
And I feel like maybe we finally tapped into something. At least he's kind of like, there's always like by year 2, you're kind of supposed to know if you got the guy or not, and they either make a jump or they kind of plateau. And I feel like the last couple of weeks he's kind of slowly been going up, and then it all encapsulates with 23 for 34, over 300 yards passing, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. The connection that he has with Cortland Sutton
Is
And
awesome.
Troy
is
Franklin,
awesome.
apparently.
Love
And
it.
Troy Franklin, his college
Troy
teammate.
Franklin. And when Pat Bryant's healthy too, he be hitting Pat Bryant a lot too.
Yeah. Bryant was actually out today, and that
Yeah.
I feel like that did hurt us a little bit. We got little Jordan Humphrey out there, and I don't understand why he's on the team, but shout out to
He
him.
caught a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
They're like, hey, how little is he? He's like 6'4". Like, it's funny.
Dude, I just wish Marvin Mims got more involved, but they were trying to get him involved in the offense. He ran the football on some end rounds and stuff, and he did catch 4 passes today. So the fact that they're trying to get him more involved is nice. RJ Harvey suffered an injury, so it's going to be interesting to see if he plays next week. Not good because we're not, it's still Jalil McLaughlin is the next guy up.
Dude,
and
that's not good for my fantasy team. Oh boy, jeez, I am in the playoffs. Oof.
Yeah. And honestly, the defense kind of, like, for years the Broncos have been kind of like this bend, like they've been a good defense obviously, but like they've had this like kind of bend don't break thing, and they kind of reverted back to that today. Now obviously Jordan Love was fine most of the game, but with the game on the line, 2 interceptions by the way.
Yep.
They did hold Green Bay to 4 field goals in the red zone or on certain drives, right? So that definitely helped holding them to 4 field goals. But man, I was just wildly impressed with Bo, and I did go into this one expecting the Broncos to lose. I went in this one and I was like, I did say that on the last pod. I thought the Packers are a great team, and I thought that the Packers were a great team, and I thought that at some point this win streak is going to come to an end. It's not like we've been dominating these football teams, right?
No.
We've been a
Other
lot
than
of
Raiders.
fourth quarter.
Other than the Raiders last week.
Other than the Raiders last week.
Yeah, you guys have been winning close games. Yeah.
And obviously this one was
Almost
close, but like
Chiefs-esque. Almost Chiefs-esque, almost like. That's all I gotta
I don't
say.
care.
Almost.
I'll take it. I'll take the W's however they come. And the Chargers have been Chiefs-esque this year. Every single game you play is close. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but that's
Your whole
always
life,
been us. That's always been us. That's not just
That's true,
Chiefs.
that is
That
I'll
is just
take what I
us.
can get, But yeah, man, Denver is the first AFC playoff team, or first team in the AFC to clinch a playoff spot. So regardless of what happens down the stretch, the Broncos have punched their ticket in the tourney. New England can't say that. Buffalo can't say that, right? Jacksonville, Houston, the Chargers, the Chiefs. No other team can say that right now except the Broncos. And that's where I'm like, okay, I think this team can win the AFC because of how wide open it is now. Now, I would say the Bills should be the favorite in that, right? But after that, I mean, I think it's a coin flip for all of these teams. I just think it is, you know what I mean? And if you're going to get that, I don't even think you need that type of performance from Bo Nix today to win the AFC. You just have to have competent quarterback play because of how good the defense is, and the offensive line's very good. We have good weapons. I just think that the way that this roster has been constructed is very smart, and I think that I also think Sean Payton should be in talks for Coach of the Year. Now, I don't think he's going to win it, obviously, because of the things Vrabel and Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen have done.
True.
But just want to throw that out there. Now, on the Packers side of things, the injuries are very bad. Christian Watson is their deep threat, their number one receiver. I don't know what the injury was on him. If you guys want to check on, if one of you guys wants to check on that,
It was
and
a chest injury or something like that.
but
He was
the Micah
being-
Parsons one we do know.
Yeah, I
The
saw
Micah
that.
Parsons one we know.
I was like,
Saw that.
once I saw
Yeah.
that, I figured Denver was going to win the game because their biggest threat off the edge was gone. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was
mean,
worried it was an ACL as a non-contact.
And it was, yeah. I think the thing, yeah, like you could say that. Like I think Broncos were winning the game regardless, and I also like Bo Nix was sacked 0 times today. So like as much as much
Well, the
pressure
Broncos
as
got a
Micah
great
Parsons
offensive line
provides-
too. The Broncos also have a great offensive.
True.
Yeah, but also the way that Bo Nix manipulates the pocket. His feet looked really good today. He was able to step up and roll out, and honestly, I think he's most dangerous when he's on the move. And
Mhm.
he was just able to kind of avoid Micah all day, which was nice. So, but yeah, the injuries for the Packers guys are very big. The injuries for the Packers are enormous, and I think that without those two players, you're not winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
You're not winning a Super Bowl. So realistically, even though I guess we can transition now into Lions Rams. Even though the Lions lost today, they come out of this weekend somewhat. I don't want to say like a big winner. Obviously, losing is very bad for their playoff chances, but maybe they can catch Green Bay if Green Bay
Yeah.
starts to slide. You know what I mean?
With their injuries, yeah.
Yeah. So offensive shootout, Tyler, in your game.
Dude.
What obviously, and then you had an injury too. So I
Mhm.
mean, just talk about your game overall.
I mean, Devontae's been our guy in the red zone all year and everything, so it's gonna hurt down the stretch not to have him. But like we talked about in our group chat earlier, like we can afford not to have him, I guess, like going down the stretch towards the playoffs, thankfully. But it's gonna hurt. I was worried when Puka went out as well. I think he's okay. I don't know totally yet, but
He's good. It was cramps initially.
okay.
So I think he's fine. He just needs, what do they do for cramps? Pickle juice or something? Like a banana?
Something like
Stuff
that.
like that?
Yeah,
He just
Potassium.
needs hydrate.
yeah. You can Jared out. But yeah, it was a shootout, just like we all expected it to be. It was going to be a high scoring. I believe it had the highest point total of the day, and it
Yeah,
lived up to the hype. Amon-Ra went crazy in the first half. We looked dead in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, we're gonna get blown out. This is just like what 2 years ago, in the first round matchup, and
Dude, I
they
saw
came out and
something that was
whacked
like,
us.
since the Goff and Stafford trade, Goff hasn't lost
They've
to the
owned
Rams,
us,
by the way.
bro.
Except, yeah, he was like 2-0 against the Rams until today.
Yeah, I know.
That was
Yeah, they've owned us, and every time we pretty much had to go to Detroit too. So it was like nice to finally
I think those are
play
the
at
games
home.
he's won. We're at Detroit. He
Yeah.
hasn't.
hmm And then I think we played one other one at SoFi as well.
That might have been when they were like
But-
bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a shootout. It was crazy. It looked like we were done after the first half. I was like, okay, we can come back. But is the defense gonna the defense didn't show up? I felt like at the start today, and they're getting gashed for big play after big play. It wasn't just Amon-Ra. I mean, J-Mo was getting deep. Gibbs surprisingly did not have a good game
didn't
today.
do anything. Yep.
We have a really good run defense, is what I'm figuring out throughout the end of the season here.
Yes.
And it's nice to see because a lot of teams like to run the ball in the playoffs, so that's going to be big, obviously. But that second half, man, I don't know. We came out, we had a spark, and it was just something different. Something was said in the locker room at halftime for sure. The defense played a lot better. They still gave up a lot of yards, obviously, but the scoring, we were able to stop them multiple times. No really big plays like that there was in the first half as much. And yeah, the offense started clicking a lot better. Obviously, seeing Devontae go out was tough. I was very worried. I hope the best, but I don't really know exactly. It didn't look great.
It's definitely a hammy.
I think
It's
it's a
just
hammy. Yeah.
we're gonna have to. I know that they're gonna get our MRI and all that stuff just to see like what you know.
Yeah. If it's just a couple weeks, hopefully that's fine, but we'll see. I don't. So, but we'll be all right. It's nice to see that Stafford also hits a lot of the tight ends. We have a lot of other weapons like
Oh, that part gets a
random
touchdown was
guys. I was gonna
bull.
say,
That part
like
gets a
that
touchdown
was
was
bull
bull, dude.
crap. Yeah, I would, as a Rams fan, I would 100% agree with you. I saw it myself. He was definitely down on
That's
the one.
crazy.
That was wild that they upheld that. I could not. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's getting overturned. Like, there's no way. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird. That's kind of like, whoa, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, but like, sure seemed like something went our way there, or something like we're
I
supposed to be
mean,
winning or something. You
I don't want to
know?
say
Hey, the Chiefs are
anything,
eliminated. We need
but
a new
like,
chief.
I want to say anything, Tyler, but that's not the first time
It,
something
yeah, no,
officiating wise
I
went your way
know,
in a big
yeah,
game. Just
totally. No, I'm never gonna say anything about that because back then when I was a kid, I believed wholeheartedly that that was not a penalty, and after a couple of years after watching it, I was like,
yeah,
nah, yeah,
looking back on it,
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we cost the Saints, but yeah, but shootout, great win regardless. It went down to the wire, obviously, like they still had a slight chance. I was still sweating when they had the freaking ball and um there was like 12 seconds left or something. They just didn't have enough time to get another playoff, so thankfully like it ran out and everything, but it was right down to the end. But it was huge to see that Jameer Gibbs couldn't go off against us like he did a lot of other teams. Like that dude just doesn't matter. Usually even good defenses, like he gashes them. And
Yeah.
we were able to bottle him up. It was just Amon-Ra, and Amon-Ra hasn't really had one of those type of games this season either. So I think our biggest weakness defensively, because we let Michael Wilson do the same thing last week, is receivers and our secondary. It's going to be really interesting to see how we can stop people in the playoffs because we're letting huge yard gains for receivers like all the time. It seems like.
One thing I have learned throughout this NFL season is that
nothing makes sense.
no, well,
Dude,
that
there's so much
also,
stuff backwards for sure. It's like crazy. Nothing
I
we
don't.
expected.
I think that we live in an NFL nowadays where there's just no good defenses. Like I
Pretty
just don't.
much.
Says
The
the
Like I
guy
think
offense
with probably
that
the best
that
defense
crazy.
in the
But you have the
NFL.
best.
well,
Yeah,
no,
you guys.
like
Well,
like
bro, we see it from Houston though. We can't
Okay.
say you and Houston aren't like really good defenses
no, like
because
but I'm saying like I think there's like
they shut
two
down
like
everybody
there's two good defenses in the NFL, and then everybody like obviously Houston, Denver have an elite defense. The Rams have an elite defense too, but
at
their
times.
secondary is trash. You
It's
know what I mean?
bad. But that's the thing.
The Chargers
It
have a
stepped up in
very
other
good
games
defense.
earlier this year
Yeah,
though. Like against Baker and everything. The secondary was awesome.
yeah. I just like the Chargers have a really, really good defense. And then, a couple weeks ago we have Jared popping off in the group chat about how they every time they play a good running back, the middle of the field's wide open.
Yeah.
It's just like every single defense has like some huge hole. For the Broncos, it's just Riley Moss. You know what I mean? Like he just sucks.
Don't know
And
where Riley Moss
Broncos
is.
Bronco Twitter loves him, like, and I did for a period of time too. But he did get that pick today though. Shout out the white boy. But again, he's just like, I think we're just living in an NFL now where you just have to have some playmakers that disrupt things and make good plays at like timely plays. You know what I mean? I just,
No, yeah, I agree
I
totally. And
just think everybody can move the ball on everybody.
we don't have like those shutdown corners and stuff like that like some other teams do for sure.
I mean, other than a quarterback this offseason, that'll be the Rams' number one ad.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Stafford retires or something.
Well, you guys
Rams
are
are the
gonna
season
have
just have
two
to-
first
I
round
did
picks
see a
this year.
quote. last week where Devontae was like, "I'm going out when you go out, so whatever you decide, I'm also gonna like." I was like, "Oh wow, that's interesting." Okay,
He could do that too. He'd just become like a Twitch streamer or something.
bro. Bro. Did you have you've seen that he said he's gonna retire at 30, right? I was like, "Damn, bro, this guy
Yeah.
doesn't care at all."
All right, well,
I mean, I just
then
think he wants
this
to
is
get
the
healthy
last
in the
ride
game.
for the Rams, bro. Because after that, who knows
This
what
is
the
it,
Rams are
man.
going to be?
I know for real.
Because then it'll be
Vay
the.
was gonna retire a couple years ago. He's like
We're gonna have
47.
to
Like,
freaking hope on like a good draft pick, just like all these other teams and shit, bro. Oh
yeah.
man.
I remember when my buddy at the
Hear
beginning
me
of this
out.
season was literally saying, "Watch, Jared, the Rams are going to get Arch Manning." I'm like, "No, you're not. Stop." And I don't know if he wants him now, because considering Arch hasn't had this season. But go ahead.
Can we talk about Joe Burrow and the Bengals and his crazy? I don't know if it's
If
crazy, but
you're
like
gonna
what he was saying this week.
suggest the Rams trade for Joe Burrow,
Absolutely what I'm
oh
gonna do.
my god,
Guess who has 2 first-round picks
I
this
know.
year?
Freaking Falcons,
Yeah.
man, freaking Falcons.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about how it's working out for us though too? We're a great team and we have a lot of really good picks as well. It's pretty great how it's working
What I'm
out.
saying, like on it, like okay. So I was gonna say like I was gonna have us talk about like potential Joe Burrow trades or whatever. But like
Joe
just
Burrow to the Rams,
overall,
is that what you're saying?
so the Rams, 2 first-round picks, maybe more, probably more, like 3 or 4 first-round picks, right? And
I
then
would
like
love that, bro.
maybe even some twos. You know,
Joe Shiesty.
the Vikings I think would be a real possibility.
Yeah,
Leave one college teammate, reunite with Justin Jefferson, who was a college teammate as well.
makes sense. Yeah.
You could flip, you know, maybe if JJ McCarthy keeps showing stuff these last couple weeks like he has, go JJ, a couple first rounders for Burrow. You know, I think that's a possibility. And then
Yeah.
the one that I saw floated that I can't get out of my head, I'm not going to take credit for this. I did not come up with this.
Okay.
Who says no in a like okay, hypothetical, Burrow forces the Bengals hand and he's like either trade me or I'm going to retire type thing, you know what I
like
mean?
Carson Palmer, yeah. Carson Palmer.
Like Carson Palmer. And then
Yeah.
obviously Carson Palmer came back and had a really good career after the Bengals. Good with the Raiders, good with the Cardinals, had
True.
really good years. Was an MVP candidate with Arizona, by the way. Carson Palmer,
Made a
probably one of the more
conference
underrated
championship.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Carson Palmer would have been a Hall of Fame quarterback if he went somewhere else in his career, but he didn't, and you know, he's not. So, who says no? Joe Burrow for straight up for Jalen Hurts plus more from the Eagles side. They'd probably have to throw in like a draft pick or something.
Yeah, they're not just gonna take Jalen Hurts only.
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
Well, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. You'd have to have like a first round pick or a second round pick, whatever.
Mhm.
Who says no? If the Eagles are tired of the Jalen Hurts experience, the fans are calling for him to be benched for Tanner McKee. The Eagles would do this. They're super aggressive front
Howie
office.
Roseman is definitely. I would not put it past Howie Roseman.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would totally.
And I think that the Bengals, you know, you want to stay competitive. You have, you know, you have Jamar and T. Higgins still, you know, and the defense the last couple of weeks has been better.
Yeah.
Under a new defensive coordinator, it feels like they're finally still trying to get getting their scheme and hitting their stride. So if the I'm just saying it was floated on, I think Nick Wright floated it. So I just wanted to kind of bring that one into the fold. Like if you're Burrow, you're not going to go to a bad franchise. You know what I mean? You're not you're not going like, I mean, I guess you can have like the second coming of Broadway Joe with like the Jets or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think that kind of fits a narrative.
No.
I think it fits a narrative but
yeah, but he wouldn't
I
do
just
that.
don't think that he would have success there.
No,
you know,
it's the Jets.
It's
so
just the Jets, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the Jets, but I think that you know that could fit a narrative. Broadway Joe back, you know, Namath to Burrow. But yeah, those are kind of the teams that I kind of thought about when we were doing this whole thing. I don't think that the Raiders is a possibility.
No,
I just
Why
don't.
not? No.
Would would the Titans go Cam Ward in a first round pick for it?
They
Would
want
they
to see
do
what
it?
they
I mean,
have, probably still.
Yeah, it's too early for
I
Cam
mean,
Ward
I'm
still.
just saying. I think it is too, but also like Titans ownership's not the best, so it's kind of like just the same thing. But at least
True.
Tennessee is a better place to live than Cincinnati, Ohio. You know what I mean? A lot of businesses
Yep.
in Tennessee. Weirdly enough, I feel like Tennessee, like Nashville,
Yeah.
should be a premier franchise, and
It
they're just
should.
not for anything.
It's
Like
kinda
even the
crazy.
Vols are like up and down
Nothing.
every year, you know?
I mean,
Although the
there's
Predators are good at times,
there
you know, like
there's talks Nashville could be an
right,
MLB
Jared?
expansion team.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
100%, easily.
But yeah, the Predators, yeah, they're up and down.
They've been good at times. Like they've gone far in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
um,
But yeah, you're right. You would
any
expect it
other
to be like a big market type team.
yeah. You know, I said earlier also, I just realized it right now. I said it earlier about the Cowboys being eliminated. They're eliminated from wild card contention. They could still chase down the
Oh,
Eagles for the
that's
division
right.
because you know what I
That's
mean.
true,
So I
huh?
thought
Shoot.
I was wrong about that. So you
And the
know,
Eagles have been so up and down, man. It
Well,
could
the
be possible.
Eagles' is remaining
They
schedule
have an easy
is
schedule though.
they
I think we
have
talked about it
the
last week.
Commanders twice and then the Bills. The Cowboys
Yeah.
will at least have the Giants, and they have us, my Chargers, next week, and the Commanders as well. So yeah, I'm expecting Justin Herbert, Lad McConkey, Trey Harris, Aronda Gadsden to completely gash that defense.
I hope so. I have Gadsden for fantasy. I need him to pop off. I actually have to play next week. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I need
Had
Lad to
some
do something
bad
next
weeks
week
lately.
if especially if I make the championship because it looks like I'm gonna in our league looks like I'm gonna eliminate Jordan.
Crazy.
My kicker got Jason Myers
Hey,
got me
you're gonna
24 points.
Oh damn, you're gonna beat Jordan. That's crazy.
I don't know why he started Pat Mahomes over Drake May, but okay. That was a choice.
Interesting choice, yeah.
All right.
It was it was a legacy game for Mahomes. He thought elimination game Mahomes was going to be Mahomes, but he
He
was
also
not.
didn't have CMC in, so I don't think he checked.
We know it's late for you, Rye. Let's before you go, let's
But
do
yeah,
our
what else do we got?
upset alerts. What are our upsets
Oh
for
yeah,
next week?
Oh,
We got to talk about the ones we picked, and then
Usually
we
we
got
do
to
them
make
on
our next
Tuesdays
ones.
lately.
I know, but we're not gonna have a chance to
yeah.
do them on Tuesday because of
Yeah, no.
scheduling.
Okay. Yeah. No, I
There's
know.
some lines ready. Just
I'm coming home.
Let's see.
oh, they've got lines for every game up next week already.
Oh wow.
Nice. I'm sure they're subject to change
Yeah.
because, you know, I mean, even then, let's be honest here. Could the Dolphins and Steelers do anything tomorrow to really move the lines that are set right now?
Well, I'd like it
I
if
don't think so.
Kenneth Gainwell had a great game, or at least a decent game tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Dude, I know my brother's hoping for the same thing. Okay, looking at the docket here, this is upset alert, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is probably where we'll end it tonight. Each week in the NFL, we give you 3 upset alert picks.
It
We
may
went
not be
2
an
and
upset
1.
alert, but I know my game's gonna be huge.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
mean that could change based on the status of Puka as well. I mean it is a short week,
True,
so
true.
we'll see if Puka's
Yeah.
not gonna
Bro,
play.
if we don't have them at Seattle, oh my gosh.
Like the division will be
Seattle coming
lost.
off a very embarrassing performance as well. They let Old Man Rivers actually have a chance there.
They didn't
And that
Jason
was going to be
Myers
so
had to
hype.
save him.
They didn't score a touchdown.
Jason Myers
Shout
won
out to
them the
Jason
game.
Myers, man.
Straight
He's like,
up.
"Don't worry, guys, I got us." 6 for 6 on field
30
goals.
fantasy points, by the way. 30 fantasy points from Jason Myers. Legendary performance. Okay. The Thursday slate. We went 2 and 1 last week, boys. I'm just saying. Saints over Panthers hit. I hit it with that one. Tyler, unfortunately, you had Bengals over
Oh yeah, that
Ravens.
was
That did
dumb.
not hit.
Yeah.
Was not dumb. The logic was there. And then, of course, Chargers over Chiefs. Absolutely beautiful. So we went 2 and 1 on our picks last week, boys. We need to hit a 3-0 week to end the year. These last couple ones, we need some 3-0 weeks.
For real.
So obviously, I think Seattle could be a good pick there. It's only a
Yeah,
1.5
based on
point
the
line. It's only a
That's a
1.5
pick 'em
point line, though.
right now,
That's
yeah.
lame. Same thing on the Saturday games. I would love to pick Chicago, but the
Chicago.
fact that it's only 1.5 is
Yeah.
like, do I really want to be like a little baby about it? No, I'm
Right,
going big
right.
line hunting.
You got to go big, yeah.
I went Saints Panthers. That was beautiful. I hit it.
Bro, Tennessee at Tennessee, Kansas City without
Yeah, with
Pat.
Gardner Minshew starting. Oh, that's
I
an
know, yeah,
interesting
it's
one.
Oh my goodness, dude, that I feel like the Chiefs would tank too to get a better draft pick too.
Yeah, I mean, they're
They could-
One of us has.
could they go tight end? I don't know, but we'll discuss that in our mock drafts in a couple months.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious. Let's see here.
I also like Carolina.
Oh yeah, Carolina 2.5. It's 2.5. It's a field goal.
2.5. Yeah, Carolina over Tampa. Neither team looked very good this week.
No.
They're gonna face each other
and
two times in the next 3 weeks.
We didn't talk about it either. Todd Bowles,
Oh yeah.
That was
get ready.
bad.
Like, dude, you're. It's gonna be interesting to see who the Bucks hire as their next head coach. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see here.
Hear me out. Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame.
I heard rumors are he might get the Giants job. That's the rumors. He goes with Darton,
Gross.
Scatabo, and
That would
Malik
make
Andrews.
sense, I guess, yeah.
I'm just saying there's like credible reporting out there that he's been in New York recently,
Oh.
like visiting New York and stuff. So we'll see what happens there. I don't even
This
know if they're
new-
allowed to.
This
Gonna
new
be
look
good.
Atlanta team against Arizona. They played well against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but Arizona's that would be the
Oh
pick
yeah,
there.
you're right. I didn't see that. Yeah, never mind. Damn.
I don't like Steelers going into Detroit. I just feel like Detroit's got to have it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's a huge favorite there. I don't like.
Bro, New
14
England,
yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Baltimore's favored?
So who's taking New England out of the
I
three?
am.
What the hell?
I am, because they're
Okay.
a cold weather team regardless, so
Both are cold weather teams.
exactly, that's why it's not gonna that doesn't mean anything like if they're at
So,
Baltimore.
Tyler, you're going Pats over Ravens.
I am.
All right, nice. Jared, I know
I
you're
do like
looking
that
at
Tennessee KC too.
Dude, I know that Jared is looking at the Colts over the Niners, and
Old man Rivers.
he's just like chomping at the bit for that one, dude. He wants to do it, but I don't know.
I'm also looking at freaking
I mean-
Chargers Cowboys because I know it's 1.5, but like, come on.
Man, you really think so, huh?
It worked when I picked my team. I'm just saying I'm gonna pick the team. Like they better stop picking against my team. My team.
That feels like a classic Chargers letdown spot to me. I just emotional win. Just saying.
We just had an emotional win a week ago. Like,
True.
Yeah, that's true. Jacksonville over Denver is very tempting as well.
Nah,
I think.
Okay,
I guess a little. But
Jacksonville's a good team, man. They just
they
are.
probably can't play in a cold weather like that, though.
they didn't play well against the Chiefs
Yeah, I don't
in the
know what to do.
playoffs, or they didn't really.
That's true.
Couldn't catch them anyway.
Um,
Yeah, I'm looking at Niners Colts. I am looking at Chiefs Titans, believe it or not, but I don't know.
You know what? We had a positive week last week, 2-1. I say we just let it rip, boys. Like I think we just, say screw it and pick something a little wild this week.
Carolina. Or
I'm not picking against the Bucks, dude. I'm just not doing it. That's my boy.
Indy.
My boy, he will bounce back. He might need shoulder surgery, but he'll bounce back
For real.
next season.
Yeah, you know what?
Tennessee.
Give me Old Man Rivers over the Niners.
Wow.
Give me
What
my
a-
goat. Give me my goat, man. My goat growing up.
On Monday Night Football.
On Monday Night Football.
Oh, mine's Sunday night. That's too prime
Colts
time.
is gonna be freaking like their season's like on the line there because if they lose, it's like. I mean, I know they'll have the Texans again, but it's like it's going to be a long shot if they don't make it with Rivers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done picking against. I'm not ever picking against Denver, so I'm not taking that Jacksonville game. Although it is a little tempting, right? But Jacksonville going into Denver, that's not.
If it was in Jacksonville, you'd be picking Jacksonville probably, I would assume. If it was... Unless you probably pick your team if Jacksonville was favored.
Maybe, yeah, but it's a 3-point game, so coin flip ish. Not really, but I'm eyeing a couple games here. Let's see here. So I am eyeing 2 potential matchups.
Okay.
The question is, which one do I take? Do I take Tennessee? Because, of course, why wouldn't you? Do I take... The other ones for me is Arizona
Okay.
over Atlanta is what I'm looking at.
Isn't that a 1.5 one?
2.5. But we're going big game hunting, baby. Give me the Titans.
Let's go.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah, if that line for Cowboys Chargers was bigger, I'd definitely pick my team, but I don't want to. I like what Ryan said. Let's not go with just the 1.5. Let's go big game hunting.
Yeah, those are basically considered pick'ems. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so our
Alright.
picks for upset alert. Tyler's got the Pats over the Ravens. Jared has the Colts over the Niners. And I'm going to go with the Titans over the Chiefs.
Alrighty.
Where's my window at? There it is. My window was just like gone
Your
for a
window's
second.
right
I was like,
behind
"What?"
you. Just look to like the
That's
turnaround.
crazy.
There it is.
I meant the pop-out window was gone for a second, and I didn't know where it was on my desktop. I was like,
Oh, I've
I
had
was
that
freaking
happen
out.
when you like.
I was like, did my
exit
Discord crash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys.
You.
Alright.
If
Any
you
other
want-
any other news we need to
Oh,
discuss?
we didn't talk because it literally happened the day after we recorded. Pete Alonso siding with the Orioles.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huge. That was one of the 2 teams
We
we
talked
mentioned.
about that. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Boston. You thought, and I thought it was Boston, Ryan. I don't know if Tyler also believed as well. Like if
I
Boston
mean,
was the most.
we did mention the
We
Orioles.
also
we
mentioned
mentioned
the
the Orioles
Yeah.
as another possibility. So
Mm-hmm.
I just thought Boston
Huge
was most
thing.
likely because I thought they would have paid him the most money. But apparently the
It
Red
would have
Sox
made more
offered him.
sense to me if he went there, honestly. But yeah.
From what I heard, is the Red Sox offered less years and less money, which you're going to go to the team that
No
offers
bueno.
you the most years and the
Yeah.
most money, which was Baltimore. And not going to lie, guys,
They're-
Baltimore, I'm
they're a
loving.
competitive team here.
They're kind of stacked now.
Baltimore,
As I
I
said.
am loving what they have done this offseason. We
They're making moves.
address that starting rotation. Address it.
Yeah, they haven't done a lot with the pitching. Yeah. it's true.
Speaking of starting pitching, the market is other than Dylan Cease, dude. It's nobody signed. Framber hasn't signed. Ranger Suarez, like those are the big 2 right there. Obviously, there's the names on the trade block and whatnot, but the King hasn't signed yet either. I don't. I think the Mets are rumored in on him, but like
Dodgers are gonna lose all their pitchers, man. Jeez.
And speaking of their pitchers, they freaking are in talks with the Mets, from what I heard, about Nick Pivetta and Mason Miller.
Oh wow.
Because the freaking Padres, from what I looked, 30th ranked farm system. They're 30 teams in the MLB. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
That didn't used to be that way. They used to have a
AJ
lot.
Preller destroyed
They started
the farm.
trading a ton.
Destroyed the farm for a wild card exit.
Dude, they used to have a nasty farm.
I know, and they traded it all away.
Crazy.
It
Yeah.
was some other moves. Merle Kelly goes back to Arizona, 2 years.
Dustin May went to the Cardinals.
Yes, Dustin May went to the Cardinals.
Kenley went to the
Tyler
Tigers.
Rogers went to the Mets. Or not the Mets, sorry, the Blue
Oh, yeah.
Jays. The Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah.
Kenley went to the
Shout out.
Tigers.
It's a good grab for them.
Yeah, they needed, like, because I know for closer it used to be Foley, but then it was Vest, and then they just started going closer by committee. At least with Kenley, you've got, you know, at least a guy who's been there, done that. He's used to closing. The Mets got Jorge Polanco. I mean, obviously that's not going to satisfy your fan base at all. But
Dude, the
like,
Mets are. Dude, the
Dude,
Mets are.
they're giving everybody away, and they're just like, oh man.
and then there was a trade between the Royals and Brewers. The Royals traded their reliever Zerpa to the Brewers for I don't remember if it was Isaac or Isaiah Collins. I know it starts with an I. Here we go. Isaac Collins and Nick
Isaac.
Mears, who's a pitcher. So interesting trade. Usually, if the Brewers want to trade for somebody, that's a good sign. I would bet Zerpa's going to be good out of their pitching, out of their bullpen and whatnot. And Isaac Collins is a young player that they get. So, all right, I will go ahead and ask you before we end off here, because the elephant in the room is, where is Kyle Tucker going to sign, ladies and gentlemen? The big fish.
They've talked about us a lot, but I don't really know if that's realistic.
The only true possible scenario he is a Dodger is if nobody offers him 7 to 10 years like he wants, and we're only offering him a 3 to 4 year deal, high AAV, with opt-outs after each year. That is the only way.
It just depends what the Yankees are going to do about Belly. Like if they don't retain Belly, then I would see them going Tucker.
Can I tell you guys the odds, and then
Go ahead.
and then you guys react to the names. The Blue Jays are currently the betting favorite.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, and then after that, the Yankees are next.
Okay.
Dodgers are third. And then tied for fourth is the Mets and the Giants. And then Boston is fifth.
Okay.
And then the complete long shots are the Mariners and the Orioles.
Man, the Mariners would be such a fire.
It would,
place
but
to
they're
be.
very at least
They're
the
kind of
odds.
stacked in the outfield too.
Yeah, it's just according to Vegas Insider, so I don't know how take it with what It's just the odds.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
No, I like those. The Blue Jays, I didn't realize. Like that's surprising, honestly.
Some other news as well. We have until, I believe, December 22nd. So it's 8 days as of today. Today's the 14th. For Munetaka Murakami to sign. His posting period ends, I think, either on or after the 22nd. So if he does not sign, he goes back to Japan, and then he can be posted again the next off season. But we're to see.
Someone's gonna sign him.
Someone is. I just don't know who. There's obviously a lot of word. Oh, he strikeout heavy, but hits a lot of home runs. He doesn't play great defense. But then I've heard something else like, oh no, he hasn't been that bad. Like, it's honestly going to be either a high risk, high reward. I don't think it's going to be a super high risk, depending on the money you pay him. But
Yeah.
He's going to get signed. I just don't know by who. With Pete Alonso gone, the Mets could be an option, maybe. If not, the Mariners, if they don't want to re-sign Eugenio. But, as far as the relief market goes, we did talk about Edwin Diaz. Robert Suarez did sign with the Braves, so that's the two best closers off the market now. With relief, and then Tyler Rogers going to the Blue Jays. Ryan Helsley going to the Orioles. That doesn't really leave a lot of notable arms. I mean, probably you'd say Pete Fairbanks is the best one left, and it's been rumored the Blue Jays are probably the favorite to get him, even though they just got Rogers. That was a weakness for them as well, not just the Dodgers. The bullpen wasn't the greatest, but you'd probably, in that World Series, take the Blue Jays bullpen over the Dodgers bullpen in that, but But anyway, yeah, that was just the baseball news I wanted to cover. I was kind of upset Pete Alonso signed the day after we finished recording. I was
Really?
like, damn it.
Hours.
I was like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
But,
But
what?
yeah, huge.
Yeah. And then our Lakers won tonight. Dylan Brooks didn't drop 30 points on us this time.
He had a
LeBron
clutch
game-winning
shot,
free
thankfully
throws.
we stayed and got it in. Yeah, got the dub.
Yeah. Needed a
Aiden
win.
was very good tonight.
Eaton's been solid. He's been solid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He had like 23 and 10 or something. Double. He was like 10 for 11 from the field. Couple
Yeah.
blocks. Very good. Couple steal. Like he's
Yeah.
very good.
He's efficient.
But these teams, and obviously it's a revenge game for him,
Yeah.
son. So that's probably a little even better for him,
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're 18 and 7, I believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, not getting into the Cup Finals, that sucks and everything. But losing to the Spurs without Wemby too, that really sucks.
That
Steven
was tough,
Castle,
yeah.
man. Castle destroyed
Very
us.
good.
Bro,
We-
he's nice. He's nice, man. They have
Our
a
biggest
really
weakness-
good young core of like the same type of guards who are fast
Yeah.
and can score and are really good defensively too. Like Dylan
And that's our
Harper
biggest
comes in,
weakness,
the slack doesn't drop. Like it's the same. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's our biggest weakness, man. We cannot guard
We don't have
good point
depth.
guards. We can't guard good point guards. We just
Yeah.
can't.
No.
Anytime we play a good point guard, we're probably just gonna lose. And so yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it.
That is it. Gonna do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, W for all three
Ws.
of us, or do like what everyone's doing. The
I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go like this.
This
yeah.
should be the thumbnail. Here you go.
Rip the Chiefs in their playoff hopes. It's gonna be the first time Kermit's not in it, and
Beautiful.
I know it's gonna be an interesting AFC playoffs. That's all I will say. All I ask is Justin Herbert gets a playoff win. Justin Herbert and the Chargers get a playoff win. After that, I don't care.
It's not gonna happen if you play the Broncos, buddy.
We'll see
We're
about
totally
that.
winning this.
And
We're
we're done.
totally winning the Super Bowl, dude. It's crazy. We're so back, baby.
Hey, they teased on the broadcast like you and the Packers, and I was like,
Wait, did you say cheese because it
after
was the
the end-
Packers? Cheeseheads? Is that why you said it? Cheese?
No, teased.
Hey, hold on,
jeez.
wait. Do you know what animal makes cheese?
Goats.
Oh god.
Moo.
This guy said
We're
goats.
so
fast.
Goat
I knew
cheese.
exactly what he
Goat
was
cheese
saying.
is a thing.
I can
Oh,
go
yeah, true.
goat. I'm just trying to
He's
bring
talking
back the
about
cow
cows,
bit.
bro.
You're your
Bring the
cow.
cow
Talking about
bit
let's
back.
try to bring back the cow bit.
Try
We're
to bring
back.
the cow bit back.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Later, y'all.
Yep.
Deuces.
What an